Let me just start off by saying that Jude Bellingham is sensational. It takes a truly special player to head abroad to a juggernaut like Real Madrid and instantly become a one-man wrecking ball like he has. In fact, his 10 goals in 10 games is a better start than names like Cristiano Ronaldo and Karim Benzema, and therefore the hype, to a certain extent, is completely justified. Moreover, the way Bellingham carries himself both on and off the pitch showcases maturity well beyond his years, and it's almost inevitable that he'll be wearing the captain's armband for club and country in the not too distant future. That being said, I do worry about the lad, because what the English press are doing with him now is exactly the kind of thing they've done in the past with elite talents in Bellingham's mold. They'll big a player up to the high heavens, only to make sure they come crashing back down to earth the second they're going through a bit of a lean patch. Anyone who watched England's 3-1 victory over Italy last night will have seen how the kid completely bossed the game. The crowd were on the edge of their seat whenever he was on the ball, and it almost felt like his teammates were looking to him for inspiration when they were 1-0 down, which is staggering considering he's only 20. However, the likes of Sky Sports were taking the piss, as 4 of the 5 articles on their main page were about Bellingham with the following headlines: Cheat code Bellingham stars and Italy win. Brilliant Bellingham shows why he's the best. Why arrogant streak gives brilliant Bellingham X factor. Is there a better midfielder in the world than Jude Bellingham? No chance. Now, anyone old enough to remember the trajectory of Wayne Rooney's England career should have alarm bells instantly ringing here. After Euro 2004, Rooney's fearlessness and eye-popping talent was treasured and, dare I say, even worshipped by England fans. Fast forward a decade, and he was roundly being booed despite temporarily becoming the nation's top ever goalscorer. Obviously, Wazza didn't help himself with some of his antics, nor did the side's lack of success do him any favors. But my point still stands, as the press did a complete hatchet job on him. Thankfully, Bellingham appears to be far more level-headed and articulate than Rooney was at the same age, yet you get the sneaky feeling that unless England win the Euros next summer or the World Cup in 2026, journalists will have their pitchforks out. Personally, I believe this stems from a societal obsession with individuals rather than the collective. Pinning a nation's hopes on a young talent almost always ends in tears, particularly when they're overplayed like Michael Owen was. If you look at international teams which have been successful in recent times, very rarely are they solely reliant on a superstar, with Italy in Euro 2020 being the perfect example of the whole being greater than the sum of its parts. It goes without saying that this England squad has plenty of other talents that can change a game on their own, but the biggest problem remains the manager in Gareth Southgate. I'm not going to go over old ground I've already covered in previous videos, but it really is a bleeding shame that someone like him is in charge of such an exciting bunch that really should be lifting silverware. The only difference between Bellingham and some of the aforementioned names is that he'll be protected from the tribalism that comes with representing a big English club, and even when he is inevitably playing poorly for Real Madrid, no one will notice or even give a shit, thus sparing him from tabloid scrutiny to a certain extent. As much as I love football outside the Prem, I just can't get myself to watch La Liga these days. It's dead boring for the most part, and I much prefer tuning into the unpredictability of the Serie A. Naturally, this will mean only catching Bellingham in the Champions League or international tournaments, and I sincerely hope Southgate uses him as well as Ancelotti has in the years to come, but I won't be holding my breath on it. Do let me know if you agree with my assessment down below, and I'll catch you in the next one, folks. Peace.